Now here's my Taylor's chalk pencil. It's got like refillable chalk pieces, and I like to use that one because it makes a much darker line, and it does it really easily. See, it's pretty easy, so I like to use that one. So that's what we're going to use now on mine. Okay, let's start with the piece number 10, excuse me, piece number 12, which is the waistband. We'll just start with that one first. And what we're going to do is there's little markings on the pattern. We're going to actually transfer those marks right onto our fabric. Now, the pattern company wants you to transfer these marks on the right side of the fabric. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the pins out, put them in our pin cushion, and we're going to mark these pieces on the actual front of the fabric. I'm going to line this piece back up on top of the right side of my fabric. We're not going to worry about messing with the fold line, because the fold line is just that. It just, you fold the fabric in half and you've got the fold line all the way up. What we will mark is the center front and all the other markings. So if you want to, you can pin your pattern back to your fabric, because that might make it a little bit easier. Now here's a close-up of the waistband, and we're going to make some markings on it. As we mentioned, here's our center back. We're going to probably mark that one. And also, you keep on, you have our center front. And then we've got these little markings here. We've got these little triangles and these little circles. And these little triangles are called notches. And I've already clipped mine, but I'm going to show you what I do. Instead of making a mark with the pencil, with the chalk pencil, I like to just snip it right to the middle. And that lets me know where my notch is. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Like I've already done it, I'm going to snip it right there, and then that separates and lets me know that that's my notch to match up with the other part of the pattern. Now we also talked about transferring these little circle marks onto our pattern or onto our fabric. I'm going to show you a little shortcut on how to get those markings on there. What I like to do is I like to take my pen, a straight pen, and just scratch out the hole. Since we're doing size 16, I'm just going to scratch out the hole. Now, when I scratch the hole out, I'll take the chalk and then I'll circle the chalk. And I'll do the same thing on that mark as well. So by doing that, when I lift this up, there are my two holes. Now we're going to do the same thing when we mark our center back. What we can do on the center back, you can either do a clip like we did before. We're going to clip both sides of the center back, size 16. Okay. And also right here, we've got some more little circles, size 16. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to scratch out the holes. One hole, 2, 3, and 4. And now that we've scratched them out, we're going to draw a little circle with the chalk. Do that on all 4 of them. And as you can see, there are all 4 of my markings. So we're going to do this all the way down. Here's our center front, so we're going to also clip the center front. Okay. Now, we've got the last little circles right here. We're going to take our pin out. There's our size 16 marking. We're going to scratch out the hole. Scratch out the hole there. And now we're going to transfer the mark on both pieces. And there we have, the waistband is completely transferred.